All right, hopefully you have your living expenses all filled in, and we want to move on to the next part of filling in the numbers for our secured and unsecured debt. So at the bottom of your page on your computer, you will find a little menu item, Debt, Secured and Unsecured. Go ahead and click that, and you should have a screen that will come up similar to the screen that you see here. And we're going to start with the unsecured debt. And we have all the numbers filled in here. So, for example, the couple here has several different creditors with outstanding amounts. The first one, for example, $935 and an interest rate of 18.99%, minimum monthly payment of $37.50. So what you're going to do is just take your financial data and log every single one of the debts that you have, and these are unsecured ones, which is probably all the debt you have except your car, your home, things that are secured by some sort of collateral. So credit cards, loans from relatives, all different kinds of loans like that have been made. You want to put in column B the creditor's name, so you might put the United Bank Visa or First Bank MasterCard or whatever the name of yours is. And so you're going to list all of them, the total outstanding amount, the interest rate, and the minimum monthly payment. The debt calculator in column F then will simply calculate, it's a simple calculation of the outstanding amount divided by the minimum monthly payment is the number in the debt calculator. And again, the spreadsheet will calculate that for you. You don't need to do that. So you want to log all of your unsecured debt, and then in this case, for example, this couple has $41,800 total of unsecured type of debt, and they spend $867 minimum payments every single month paying their unsecured debt. Then we want to move up to or move down to the secured debt, and here we see that they have one vehicle with an outstanding amount of $17,500, interest rate of 8.99, and a minimum monthly payment of $365. And then they have a second vehicle and a mortgage on a home for $192,000 at 5.5% interest. And we see minimum monthly payment of $1,465.74. So the total for this particular couple here, when we add all their debt, is about $274,000. That's the 47, was it? 47,000 that we had, or 41,800 from the top, and the 232,000 that we have from the secured debt, for a total of $274,481, or total monthly payments of $3,071 they've obligated themselves to. So their total monthly payments for their debt are $3,071, and the accelerator margin is calculated from the living expense spreadsheet. So if you remember back at the living expense spreadsheet, if we go back to that particular spreadsheet, then what we find is back in monthly living expenses, if you remember, total available income to service debt was $3,395. Now, if we go up to the secured debt, we have that number of total, the total income available to service debt minus the total monthly payments on the debt, $3,071, leaves us with an accelerator margin of $324.12. In other words, how much money is left over, is available to service debt. Now, as you go through this calculation, what may show up in a purple box is a negative number. It may actually not be a positive number. And we'll talk about what to do with that in just a moment. Now, the 5% goal in the green box, in this case $372, the spreadsheet is calculated for you 5% of your gross income. So what would be your 5% accelerator margin goal? In this case, $372. So it's about $50 more than is actually available at this point for this couple. Don't worry as you're filling this out how to get the 5% accelerator margin. We'll talk about that in just a little bit. But what we want to do is just fill out the spreadsheet. And so why don't we go ahead and fill it out. Let me give you one more instruction that you need to have, and that is, as you go through the spreadsheet, you want to look at your debt, and in this case, we already have the debt ranked in the particular number, ranked according to the debt calculator. What that means is we're going to pay off the debt that has the lowest number of months to be paid off first. In this case, it's the one that's actually at the top that has a debt calculator 24.93, and that we've ranked as debt number 1. But as you fill these out, your debt number 1 may not be the very first one. It may be, say, number 12 way down the line, and let's say that had the lowest debt calculator. Then you would put a number 1 by that. And then let's say the one in column 10 was actually the second lowest. You'd put a 2 there. So what you want to do is go through and rank the debt according to the debt calculator, that which has the lowest number, the smallest number. Now, in this case, they've already been ranked on the sample spreadsheet that you're looking at here, but on your spreadsheet, they won't be ranked in order. So you need to put the number 1 by the lowest number in the debt calculator column, number 2 by the second lowest, number 3 in the third lowest, etc., that sort of thing. And so that's the next step after you get that filled in. Find the lowest number in the debt calculator column. I'm in instruction 4B, number 3 is explaining this. And do this with the rest of all the debts, both in the unsecured and secured debt section. Don't modify the boxes that you don't use in the worksheet. In other words, the boxes that have zeros in them, like for example, this box here, just leave those with zeros. You don't need to do anything with them. But you're going to want to fill out the debt rank. Once we have all the debt ranked, we've put 1 by the lowest debt calculator, and then 2 by the second, 3 by the third, that sort of thing. There's one more step. We're going to ask the spreadsheet to sort the debts for us, to put them in order by debt rank. And you can find this in your instruction sheet. 4C tells us how to do that. So it says there's one final step necessary to help the worksheet with the roll-up. You should still be in the debt secured, unsecured worksheet. So you're going to highlight cells B6 through G21. So we're going to put the cursor and click the left-hand mouse on B6, and we're going to drag it all the way down to G21 like that. And then it says go to the toolbar at the top of the Excel spreadsheet and click on Data. So we're going to click on Data, and then we're going to click on Sort. And we see it's going to sort by different things. You can see in the little window there, debt rank will come up. And that's what we want to sort by, debt rank. Leave ascending clicked. That's fine. And so when it says ascending and debt rank, then you're going to click OK. And then it will go ahead and rearrange your debts according to the numbers that you've placed in there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you should end up with something that looks like we now have, where we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, where they are ranked according to the numbers that you put in the debt rank column. Then you want to go down to your secured debt, and you're going to do the same thing there. You're going to highlight cells B26 and go all the way through G35 so that we have that whole area highlighted. Go again up to Data, click on Sort, and we'll have a drop-down menu. Make sure debt rank is selected, ascending is selected, and then click OK. And once again, it will rank the debts. Now, I didn't do it in this case, but let's say that we let me just show you how that works. Just let's say that we wanted to that these numbers were not the way they were, and let's say we put a number. Let me move this down just a little bit. Let's say in this column we put number 1, in this column we put 2, and in this one we put 3. for example. Now we could go up and highlight these columns again, just the way that I showed you. B26 through G35, push data, sort, debt rank ascending, push OK, and you can see that it's reversed the order of the debt on the secured debt. And so it's going to tell you what order to it's going to give you the order in which you want to pay them off, and the order in which you want to pay them off is actually the order from the lowest number in your debt calculator. Now you can see in this case I've reversed these, and I put the highest first, the second, and the third. So that's the opposite of the way you want to do it. You'd actually want this one to be number 1, this one to be 2, and this one to be 3. So you'd want to reverse that order. So hopefully you understand that. So let's go ahead now and stop the DVD, gather your debt information, and fill out the entire unsecured and secured debt columns with the outstanding amount, the interest rate, the minimum payment, and the debt rank, and then sort the debt. So that's your next task, is to go ahead and get the entire debt, unsecured and secured debt page filled out. So let's go ahead and do that now.